Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid to late April 2026 general reading. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Michelle and this is for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Pisces, let's check in with your energy. We do have this card of sovereignty, free will, independence. Ooh, Pisces, I'm sensing a lot of strength in you, but strength, power, owning your throne, and not letting anyone kind of throw you off here. There's a very strong sense of purpose that I'm feeling around you here. And along with this card, which talks about full moon in Pisces, I get this as a very strong change when it comes to your emotions. It says on this card, balancing spirituality and practicality. Yeah. Well, for a lot of you, you run your own business. I get sovereignty there. And you certainly don't want anyone to control or run that for you. You seem to be very much someone who is very capable of achieving your goals. You tend to be someone who accomplishes what they set their mind to. So focusing an energy of working towards balancing mind, body, soul. Some of you could be very focused right now on your work, and so there needs to balance out also an energy of taking space for more of your spiritual purpose, which is to be healthy of mind and body. So let's see where all of this is going for you, Pisces. I'm going to put down these cards. This is for mid-April, and this will be you, what's going on around you. Take a look and see what your goals are, anything that could be blocking you at this time, what you will accomplish, what you should avoid, what you should embrace, anything that's going on that's helping or hindering you, and of course the potential outcome. Pisces. Oh, the Chariot. Loving it. Overcoming. You're standing at a bit of a crossroads here. Yes. But you know what? Spirit has your back. You see this card? You see this figure of a woman on what looks to be a reindeer. But behind her are all of these figures. Now these figures are chasing her, but she's getting out way ahead of them. Some of these figures are with her, supporting her, and some of these figures are against her, but you know what? She doesn't care. She's just moving off in her own way, having her own life, chasing her dreams, and feeling darn good about herself for doing that. Around you, well, it looks like you're breaking hearts here. You're leaving a trail of destruction behind you, but you know what? I don't even think that you're paying too much mind to this Three of Swords energy. I certainly don't see that as you. I see that as people around you. Feeling bad that they missed an opportunity with you, Pisces, and certainly you do tend to leave people behind that were falling for you, feeling some kind of way about you. And they feel a lack. Once you're gone, it's like you leave people of parched emotions. Not that you leave them drained. No, it's not that. It's just that they feel very emotionally wounded and bereft. Your goal is the Four of Wands, so some of my Pisces, you could be very focused on celebrating a victory or goal. Others of you, I picked this up as my real estate card. For some of you, you're focused on achieving a victory with someone who is very much choosing you and you're choosing them. No one-sided energies for you in the future. This is someone who's as all in as you are when it comes to ambition, goals, life goals, life purpose. King of Wands is your challenge. You're very much in a masculine energy right now, whether you're male or female. And this King of Wands energy is this go-getter. It's a high-level ambition. And it's a very powerful energy. A lot of things are going to be magnetized towards you. I get you being out ahead here of everything. But the danger is getting too far ahead so that no one can reach you in the future. Okay. Also get a very fiery or hot-headed nature. This is ambition, which is something that's going to get you to your goal when it comes to your projects. I get this as a very entrepreneurial card, big boss energy. But other people may see you just getting so far ahead that they can't reach you, because you're moving so fast, you're moving so powerfully. They can't catch you. And what you're going to achieve here, well, Wheel of Fortune in reverse tells me that you're really determined to get out from a negative cycle in your life. I mean, the Chariot tells me that you're not caring how many obstacles that may have kept you from moving forward in the past. You're just so motivated, and you're leaving the past behind in a way which it's not dragging you down. You know, in the past you may have gotten quite bogged down in feelings of injustice or hurt or pain that others have caused you. Life causes us all. You may have gotten bogged down in that, but here I don't, and you may have led that to a period of misfortune, or linked it to a period of misfortune in your life. But here, this is firing you up. There's fire here. There's using your past as motivation, saying, I am not letting my past hold me back here anymore. I am an independent, free spirit. And I get you swearing. For those of you who do swear, I'm not going to repeat it here, but you guys know what I'm saying. You're letting it all loose here. Probably kicking a few things around the house, throwing some shit. Ooh, yeah, there's a bit of anger here, but you know what? Instead of using that as something that uses up all your energy, and then you don't have the energy to create your future, you're not letting it block you anymore. You're using it to fuel your desires, fuel your passion for change, you know? And I think that other people will see this strength in you, and some are going to want to come along for the ride with you, but you know what? I don't see you really letting them. I see you being a leader here, Pisces. Now, what you should avoid, Six of Pentacles. Well, yeah, I think that in the past you may have felt a sense of injustice in terms of feeling like your life was very much in extremes. Like at some points in your life, Pisces, you've had quite a bit of money, and at other times in your life you've had none. I think that here you really want to see the benefits in both of these things. It can lead, when we talk about balancing spirituality and practicality here, there's about having high standards, high ideals, and balancing it with practical needs, things that we need to survive, and recognizing that we don't need more, because having more means that you have to balance, you would have to give out more. I hope that makes sense, guys. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. It's like remembering where you came from, remembering that middle ground, that safe place, having what you need. But having too much ambition, having too much drive to the point where we have more than what we could ever really need in life, that is not more, Pisces. It just gives you more to give to others, which is nice. But it's not you having more and more and more. It's having more things, money to give. It's not a sense of withholding, I guess, is what Spirit is asking you to think about. It's not having, it's not holding on. You know, the thing about being free-spirited and freedom is not about having a lot of things or being tied down. It's having what we need to survive, having maybe a little bit more so that we can give to others that are in need. But it's not holding on or attaching to too much, to things, to places, to even people, so that we can really have the ability to be that free-spirited person, to have free will, to change. Because the more stuff we attach to, the more stuff we own, the less we're able to be mobile, the less we're able to be free. We're stuck. You know, we're stuck paying that mortgage, we're stuck paying, all the maintenance bills. Like, say if we think, I really want to have this big giant house. You have to really look at the practicalities of owning that house. How much money will it take? And will you be tied to ambition of having more and more and more money just to have that big house? Would it be better to have something smaller, something that's easily maintained, that gives you the freedom to help other people or to do other things? Yeah, that's what I'm getting there, guys. Now, what you should embrace, 2 of Cups. Yeah, opening your heart to a more of an energy here of give and take. Not just about having more, but rather having what you need in terms of things and practical things you need to survive. But embracing a feeling of love, which comes from love for self, knowing what you want. Two of Cups is an energy of meeting your match when it comes to love, letting love heal. I think that if you're a feminine energy here, Pisces, you really do need that knight in shining armor energy. That's your vibe. You've had to be your own knight in shining armor, which you can be, but I think you've been that way for so long that you desire deep down that knight in shining armor, not to control, not to take away your free will, but to add to your life. And they could come in with perhaps some balance when it comes to what you need practically, which will also allow you to give more love. The reality is in life, and I mean, a lot of us don't want to admit this, but it's the truth, and if you want to disagree with me, feel free to drop a comment down below, Pisces. But when, let's say, we've met someone, and that person is in struggles to make money, or they're unemployed, or there's something there where they're constantly struggling to get money. And our love language is that knight in shining armor. They're not able to meet us in that energy because they're too busy trying to survive. They may not be able to afford to to take us out for a nice dinner. They may not be able to afford to give us a bunch of flowers and take us out on a day out somewhere. And so if someone's constantly worried about money, and there's two people here constantly worried about money, where is the space for the love? Just cannot grow, because both people are so worried about surviving that they've got no other space to let love in. So isn't it nice when there is someone that comes in with that knight in shining armor, not to control and not to dominate, but rather to share and free up someone who's been dealing with the harsh realities of life on their own for so long? Isn't it nice? Isn't it lovely to have that energy of someone to help us out? I think so, but you may think otherwise. Let's see. Around you we do have this Nine of Wands. Yeah, Pisces, I feel that that's you trying to survive, constantly being in survival mode. And as I said, that can it can really disturb our energy, especially if we're more of a feminine energy, because we're so used to being independent and having to fight our way through, and having to constantly, especially if we're entrepreneurial, we can't rely on a steady paycheck, so we have to constantly fight, be in kind of hype mode, or in making sure that we're constantly making sure that money is coming in, And Seven of Wands, and there's that energy of sovereignty, independence. For some of my Pisces, there is a block to love there. Until that knight in shining armor approaches with the correct amount. It's a little Goldilocks energy here, Pisces. It is. Some people may have. When it comes to balance, there needs to be an equal amount of love and an equal amount of this knight in shining armor energy that comes in to help. Not to douse your flame here, not to take away this independence or this free spirit energy, but rather to add to it, to help you. Yeah, let's see. I'm going to get some more cards here for you, Pisces. Let's get one from this deck. Light the darkness. Now we have this energy of ancestors, the ancestral line, and generational shift. So for some of my Pisces, there may have been a long line of feminine energies in your past, like mothers, grandmothers, who have not been as independent, not being that free spirit. In traditional ways, in times gone by, feminine energies had to not be independent. They didn't have sovereignty over their lives. They were controlled. So for a lot of my Pisces here, there is a lessening of that. With you, there is a generational shift here. You may be the first person in your family to be more free-spirited. And you are a very spirited person. So, I don't know, I just get an energy around you, Pisces, of you being your own counterpart, at least at this point in time. Let's see, any other messages here, please, for Pisces? And I also get, when it comes to some of you who are more interested in older men, no matter what your age, there can be a difference in the thinking, like younger men don't really have that energy of protector or taking care of, at least very few of them. But it is more prevalent in older men, and by older I mean much older generation than you, Pisces, because even men in their 50s especially are they don't have this energy of the knight in shining armor. They just don't. I think they've been that previously, but it's kind of backfired on them, and a lot of them have turned away or rejected that, and now they're more thinking about themselves. That Three of Swords, a lot of them have experienced a lot of pain from failed relationships in their past, and it's hard for them to get past that, to let love in. And sometimes they will still want sex without the connection. And I think that for you, Pisces, you're putting up a wall, that Seven of Wands, a guard against that kind of energy from people. You're not allowing it unless they come towards you with what you need, which is that knight in shining armor energy. You're not gonna deal with that, which will make them hurt, but you know what, that's not your problem. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. I think right now, Pisces, you're this beauty energy, and you're encountering this beast energy. Some of you are kind of very playfully doing this. I'm getting that message. But deep down, of course, you want love that doesn't come with these blocks. And you'll only let love in if that person isn't blocked. Yeah, it's a generational shift is what I'm picking up here. Some of you are caught in between a generational shift. And unfortunately, I'm picking up a lot of older men energies of having a very negative view of women, which is sad. And I don't think it's anything that we've done, but it's something that's shifting in their minds. They still crave the feminine energy. They want the feminine energy in their life, but they feel entitled to it, and they feel like they don't need to give much to get it. And for some younger women, they're letting that happen. But I don't see that around you, Pisces. I don't. No. This Beauty and the Beast energy, what I'm getting here, guys, is there may be a pattern or a history around you, and this won't be for all of you, Pisces, but some of you may have taught yourself to reject others, possibly for their differences. Some of you may have had a belief that love is conditional, contractual, rather than something that is unconditional. There's a feeling here of giving love as a reward. Now, for some, there is more of a contractual energy between this older man energy and this younger woman energy. For some, there is an energy of withdrawing love to show disapproval, measuring it out. For some, there's an energy here of love being inspired by status, appearance, or offerings, rather than by being with those who we feel a deep connection with. For some, there's a repulsion around the way men are acting, considering that ugly, or not seeing the spark in And I'm not saying that you need to be a fixer here, Pisces. I mean, you may have felt like you were a fixer up until this point, and you're just kind of done with it. You're certainly not no kind of victim here, Pisces. You have choice, free will. You have discernment, and unconditional love here is asking you to come into this place of rising above past conditioning and what you've dealt with in relationships. All Spirit wants you to do here, Pisces, is to consider everyone that you encounter as a spirit being, someone who has that spark of soul life within them. Consider that energy, feel connected to that. And it's that we don't see species, we don't see race, we don't see distinguishing features, we don't see age. We see people as people. Don't be in retreat from others, because that's only going to dim your own source of light and reduce opportunities for friendship and love. That's what Spirit is coming in here with, Pisces. It's balance, it's not an either-or situation. We have this energy of Sybil, foresight, and mirror. Yeah. Consider this, Pisces. You have a deep sense of understanding, awareness of where you're operating from. And I think that you know that how you have the capacity to create your world, how you see the world. You know that deep down. You know that. And you know that it's dangerous to reflect an energy out to you that is not your truth. When you reflect an energy of sovereignty, independence, of being a free spirit, but you really want love, that's going to be detrimental. And I think you know that, to attaining your goal here. Pisces, let's see, any other messages here for Pisces, please, Spirit? Recognize divine timing and become more objective. Yeah. Become more objective. Don't get stuck in a belief system, Pisces. And don't see yourself as someone who needs to be not exactly a martyr, although I am picking up that kind of energy. You don't have to be the one that falls on your sword here, Pisces, is what Spirit is saying. This leadership energy is leading you where is it leading to? Yeah, because Spirit is saying that for you it can be a block. in feeling that that you're on a quest or on a mission to prove a point. It feels like backfiring. It feels like backfiring. Any other final messages, please, for Pisces? Taking action. Opening to love, yeah, and renewing your life, yeah. For some of you, you're deciding to move, getting rid of that clutter that I was talking about earlier when I was talking about having a lot of things that we attach ourselves to, where we feel we don't have the freedom to change, to move, to make changes in our life. The more stuff we have around us, the more we feel like our life is cluttered, out of balance. Enthusiastically renewing your life, but doing it from a place of opening up to love. Yeah, there's a strong energy around this of overcoming deep feelings of hurt and pain, and having that mirrored out to the world as more masculine energy. But that in turn is putting up a block to receiving exactly what you need, which is that knight in shining armor energy. It's towing that fine balance, isn't it, to getting your needs met, which is what you want from a partner, and also having this standing firm energy, sovereignty. Can you have it both? I think that you can, but there needs to be a softening, an energy exchange. Let's see, I'm going to get one more card for you. I feel compelled to get one more card. Advice, please, for Pisces. Choreograph. Now, with this one, Pisces, there is a need for you to bring your full attention, your focus, and plan your next move. Make a map, set a course, steer yourself in the direction of your desires. Being that creative person, creating your destiny. Because the time here with this recognized divine timing is for you to use all of this energy of power and sovereignty and free will as motivation to create a solid structure that will amplify your own talents, your capabilities, and bring in opportunities for you. So honestly assess where you're going here, how your energy is flowing. Step back to see the whole picture. Remove anything that's draining your vitality or distracting you from your objective. We had this energy of become more objective. Focus on your objectives, your life path. Don't allow any kind of minor energy leak to drain your power at this time. Plan your days so that you get rest while also devoting substantial time and energy to your goals. Rein in anything that's unnecessary at this time, and make sure that you sustain daily habits and tasks. Introduce good habits, exercise, meditation, good eating habits. Stick with them. Discipline, direction. Are you carrying any limiting or self-defeating beliefs or thoughts? Let go of that. Attention to detail, of course, right now, and organization will allow you to move forward with greater ease. Consider that masculine and feminine energy that I was picking up, how they complement each other with that Two of Cups. The more self-assured masculine partner, the more sparkle and flair the feminine is able to express. The divine masculine provides the structure, which the divine feminine fills with every sensory aspect of the world. This is leading you to alignment, harmonizing, choreographing, standing with your feet fully turned towards your goal here, while still being comfortable, while still being balanced. Yeah, I'm liking this energy, this being firm in what you want, but not letting it hold you back. Instead, recognize that this energy that you're feeling right now is saying, hey, Pisces, it's time. This is your time to start making plans, making moves. And I feel like this Two of Cups energy is something that's going to complement you. Could be an actual person around you, of course. It's hard to dance alone. I mean, we do dance alone, and I think that you have for a long period of time. But isn't it easier to choreograph the dance with another? I'm going to leave it there, Pisces, and wish all the very best. If you would like a personal reading, you can reach out to me. My links are down below, or you can Google me, Gypsy Insights Tarot on Etsy, ETSY. I thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your comments. If anything here has resonated with you, please do claim this reading down below by commenting or leaving a like. Thank you so much, Pisces. Please take care, and bye for now.